So it seems like Horizon 5 has been having a little bit of a Lamborghini kind of phase, because not only have we had this, the Aventador J, we've also had the Huracan Evo, which was in the car pass, and of course the Lamborghini Espada as well. However, that is not where it stops with Horizon 5 and its Lamborghinis. There's just one more. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. There's quite a fair few more that I'd still want to cover, including this one. If you want a video on that, let me know. But today we're looking at this, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ from 2018. This has 760, well, near enough, brake horsepower from stock. It is all-wheel drive and weighs 3,607 pounds, so it is quite hefty. So we'll go ahead, get into that thing, and go and see how it drives stock. And here we are. Firstly, I've got to say, from the front, it's not that much different to the regular Aventador. However, there is just those little few air things at the front. At the back, things get interesting, because we've got exhausts that go out of the back, right in the middle. Well, nearly in the exact middle, but you can see what I mean. And we have this interesting looking wing as well. One thing I didn't notice was the extra little kind of front splitter at the front. Right, let's go ahead and have a listen to this thing's stock, and then we are going to go and do some work to it. Well, wasn't that exciting? So the first thing that we need to go and have a look at is if you go to conversion, you'll see there is no engine swaps for this thing. We can't put another engine in it, so what we've got is, well, what we've got really. So we'll go ahead and throw some twin turbos on there, which instantly takes us over 1,000 brake horsepower and into S2. Wow. Okay, so we'll go with that. Conversion, we can only swap the drivetrain, and I'm not going to put this thing into rear-wheel drive, because otherwise it is going to be a mess to control with all of that horsepower. We're just going to leave that thing all-wheel drive. Now, the first thing I'm interested in, as well as what we can get this thing to, is it starts out on semi-slick tyres. So I'm going to go put it on drag tyres, just because that's how we usually run things here. And now here's what I want to see. What can we put this thing up into? Also, it's gone back to S1 because we were on drag tyres. Oh, never mind, we're in S2 again. So if we go ahead and just fully upgrade this thing, what kind of power numbers are we going to be looking at? Let's see, we'll go and put on the flywheel, which adds, well, not much. But our launch is 10, our acceleration is 10, speed is 9.8. That is crazy. And we have 1,560 brake horsepower. Right, I'm just going to tune this thing up a little. I'll be back in a minute. There it is. 1,560 brake horsepower, 3,103 pounds fully upgraded. This is going to be interesting. However, before we go and do that, we're going to go and have a look quickly at what we can paint on this thing. Are there any advanced painting options? No, there are not. However, we do have a good set of manufacturer colours, including this bright orange, a bright yellow, this kind of silvery, kind of actually really nice looking silver, and we also have a matte black, which makes this thing look absolutely evil, a bright red, and of course lime green. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going with. Well, here we are over at the drag strip, so I'm going to go ahead and line up the side here. We're going to go and see, can I launch control this thing? Yes, I can. Well, let's try and see if we can beat this guy as well. Let's see. Oh, they're gone. Let's go as well. What can we get out of this thing? This is actually seriously scary. Can we get 200? Of course we can. That's 213 through the camera, and we kept going to 239. That's just in 4 gears. That is scary. However, there's one thing that I want to do, just because I can. And let's go ahead and just floor it all the way back down here. And away we go! Oh wow, this thing can actually really fly. We get to nearly 2,000, 1,764 feet. Wow. Right, I'm going to go ahead and put some road going upgrades on this thing. We're going to go and find its top speed. However, I interrupt the build to bring you the Forzathon shop for the week. Speaking of Lamborghinis, we've got Lamborghini Sesto Forza Edition, and we also have the Santa hat, the Happy Snowman head, and the number 5 Escort RS 1800 Mark II. Although I think I might just, yeah. Okay, so here we are now with the SVJ in a beautiful new paint job. Now, let's go and see what this thing can do for its top speed. Honestly, I am kind of scared, because the graph said 298, and if this thing hits 300, I'm actually going to be amazed. But still, there's only one way to go and find out. Well, here we go, heading downhill at 271. This thing is really, really quick for what it is. I actually really like this. Wow, okay then. And here we go now into the downhill through the camera at 271.91, 273, 274, we get 275. Oh, not quite. 274. Wow, okay. This thing's a lot quicker than I thought it was. Let me just say that. So that brings me on to the last question. As per the previous Lamborghini, can it drift? And can this do better than the Aventador J? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to do what we're doing right now, pulling it through a drift zone, and 35,000 points. Let me make some amendments quickly. Okay, so there's this tune by Ken Blockshell known as Godlike Drifting, so we're going to install that, and we're going to give it a go on this little drift zone. Okay, here we go. Let's see, what can we do with this tune? Find the wall, apparently. And another wall. Although, 37,000 points. But look at this thing go! You give this thing a proper area to drift in and it is gone. Okay. Right. Oh, I actually kind of like this thing. So yeah, that is the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. It is a really, really nice car. And honestly, it is definitely worth it. Now, the way that you can get this thing is by getting 200 points in Series 2, or by getting lucky and sniping one off of the auction house for however much they're going for now. Because at the time of this recording, they're going for 20 million. At the time of upload, I don't know. But either way, this car is really, really nice, and it's definitely worth it. Okay, so I absolutely love this thing. It really does look nice, and is a beautiful car. Just to look at, to drive, to hear. I mean, listen. Isn't that nice? But yeah, my final thoughts on this, if you can get one, go ahead. It's honestly a lot of fun to drive, and very, very speedy too. A bit too speedy, it's actually kind of terrifying. Anyway, with that said, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please let me know with a like and subscribe for more. And also, leave a comment. I love to read them, and I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and until the next one, a goodbye. 1,500 horsepower. That's mad. And I love it.